Hey, Larry Arendt's here with Amber Hendren and the Morning Brew. Amber, we have poetry on the menu right
Yes.
now, don't we?
It's poetry this morning on
Yes.
Tuesday.
We have the new poet laureate for the city of Albuquerque, Jessica Helen Lopez, who's been on the show many times now.
Yeah.
Glad
Good
to see
morning.
you
Thank
again.
you for having
Thank you
us
for
this
coming
morning.
back.
Yes.
She is the current Albuquerque City Poet Laureate. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So when were you named?
It was this year, late April, in the month of April, at a wonderful, beautiful communal ceremony at the public library. Lots of colleagues and friends, educators, poets. My family was there.
Oh,
of course,
yes.
my small daughter, Mia, so Papilla, was there. And it was,
Mia and Mia.
yeah, some of my old professors from school were also there, and,
Oh,
they
nice.
read poetry. It was wonderful. It was a great way to kick off the laureateship.
Well, it couldn't have gone to a better person.
Thank you
Very,
very
very
much.
thrilled for you.
Thank you. Gracias.
With us also is Jasmine, Sena, y Cuffee, right?
Yes, get Cuffee.
Cuffee.
Yeah.
I
It's
should have
okay.
asked
No,
you
it's-
ahead of time.
No, it's fine.
You are the lead coordinator of Women of the World Poetry Slam Nationals 2015. My
Yes.
goodness.
Yes, yes.
And that's going to happen here?
Yeah, it's going to happen here next March, March 18th to the 21st.
Beautiful.
Yes.
How'd you get them to locate it here?
Because she's amazing.
Oh, well.
Well, there's that.
No, well, I've been doing poetry here since I was 15 years old. And so it's more than 10 years now. And when the opportunity came to submit, a proposal, I just thought we have such a great group of talented women here. And we hosted a poetry slam, national poetry slam in 2005. And I was like, why not bring it back and, revitalize our scene, and get more people interested in coming and seeing what this poetry slam thing is all about.
Well, obviously the organizers of that agreed with you.
They did, they did.
Oh,
yeah.
this is great. This will bring in people from everywhere. then,
Everywhere,
right? Yeah.
everywhere, all around the country and beyond.
Yeah, wonderful.
How many ladies will be performing or reading their poetry?
So it's about 72.
Wow.
72. So all the women who get to come to the Women of the World Poetry Slam, they compete in their hometown and get the representative spot, basically. So they compete against the women in their own community.
Whoa.
Right.
And they're chosen to
of
represent
the
them
best.
nationally.
Right.
Exactly. Best of the best.
And they don't just travel alone. They're also
No.
bringing, fellow poets and colleagues and activists and educators. So during that time in March next year, we're going to see amazing, dynamic movers and shakers, women from across the country. And they're going to spend time here in our lovely city of Albuquerque. So we're very excited to host them.
Do you have a location yet for the slam?
We have some locations set up, but our
Yeah.
final showcase
Our
will
final
be held
showcase.
in downtown at the Chemo Theater.
Oh, great.
So we were very happy to
Yeah.
secure that
That's
because
huge,
that's a
Jessica.
very historical, beautiful
That's a great
spot.
stage
Yeah,
for
Absolutely.
this.
Beautiful.
It's still an intimate theater. That's wonderful.
Yeah, and they've been gracious to us in the past. We've had so many of our performances there. So when we asked, they welcomed us with open arms. So we were very happy. Yeah.
The whole poetry movement, it's becoming really popular. It's a big cultural, it's on the upswing, would you say?
I would say so. It's a vessel for empowerment, and slam and spoken word specifically is something that's highly accessible for diverse groups. So it's a vessel for empowerment because not only can you contend with the idea of creativity and literacy and
Yeah.
language arts and all those fun poetic elements, but you can also utilize it as a platform for social justice and change and whatever issues it is that you really need to speak about. And that's why Women of the World Poetry Slam is such a powerful venue for so many diverse voices from across the country, talking about very relevant things.
Right.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you some of the themes that you might encounter.
Anything from women's issues and equality of the genders to global issues, regarding anything from immigration to humanitarian rights, and you get all kinds of styles.
You get all kinds of styles.
You know.
Funny poems, sad poems. You'll be amazed with what you'll hear. We always say, it's not your grandfather's poetry reading. It's not, even though they're welcome, right? But it's very dynamic, and the voices and the diversity that you get to see is always inspiring, and it inspires you to write, and it inspires you to
Is this
perform.
a showcase or a competition or both?
It's both. It's both. It's a 4-day competition. So the 72 women who will join us from around the world will compete 4 days to enter the finals and hopefully be
somebody's
crowned.
gonna be the best.
Somebody will be
Somebody will be
crowned.
the victor.
Yes.
So we've still got some time. You're in the planning phase or in the beginning of the planning phases. If there are poets out there that might want to participate, what can they do? Is it okay for them? Do they still have time to get involved?
They do still have time. And locally, we host slams for people to come out. Anybody can come out, sign up, and read. And what we do, we have sort of like what we call a slam season. So people can come out, read, they get on the list. If they win like first, second, or third, they get points. After the season's done, all those points are tallied up, and the top 10 go on to the Women of the World Albuquerque final competition to choose the representative for 2015.
Well,
Can I ask you, Jessica, who's your favorite poet?
Other than Jasmine, Sena,
Other than Jasmine?
and almost all of Albuquerque community.
Yes.
oh, you covered all of it.
For real, I promise. I think, I've been a big fan of Sharon Olds, and then, some contemporary slam poets like Rachel McKibbins. She's a dynamic Chicana poet, as well as Marty McConnell and Dominique Rashahich was our last, Christina Rashahich was our last WOW 2014 Slam champion. Oh, and Denise Froman too, how can I forget her? The list can go on and on and on, and I know we don't have that much time, so.
so many creative ladies, but you are among, like my dad would say, the best of the best.
Thank you.
And Jessica's
So-
amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it's been great to have such a great group of women coming together to plan this, to bring it here next year. So and being next to this one is always, like you're in the sunshine.
Oh, wow.
I know, right?
Nice.
No, we
I
love
feel
each other.
it.
That's why we get to work together. It's
feel
been
it.
such a great process.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And then you get to show off some of Albuquerque's beautiful culture too, and expose Albuquerque in a very unique and remarkable light.
Right, we're connecting women from all across the country and some from out of the country to Albuquerque, to Nuevo Mexico, to the 505, the topography, the people, the culture, the food, the música, the music, and they take a little piece of Albuquerque when they leave with them. And that was the impetus behind Jasmine bidding for WOW. We had a very successful national competition in 2005, and that's almost been 10 years. So it's time again to say, hey, let's invite this national community of writers and activists and educators to Albuquerque.
Besides your poetry, I'd like to know what you do day to day. What's your real life about too? I know you would love
Do you
to
have a
be
real
a
job?
poet
No,
all
We do
day.
some other stuff.
Yeah, what would that be?
We dabble here and there. Well, I run an awesome AmeriCorps program called Public Allies New Mexico, and we run out of the New Mexico Forum for Youth and Community. So what I do, I place emerging and young leaders throughout the state in different nonprofit organizations.
That's important work.
Yeah, so community building, social justice, definitely my passion for poetry led me there. Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, wonderful.
And Miss Jessica?
Well, I'm an educator, so I work both at UNM and CNM. In fall and spring, I'm an adjunct instructor for the Chicana Studies program and usually teach a poetry about the borderlands. And when I'm not doing that, I'm tutoring in the Student Resource Center at CNM. And then I'm a mom. And so that keeps me very busy.
That's
Mia,
a
mia.
full-time job.
Sopapilla. That's right.
La más bonita.
Yes, gracias, thank you.
All right, we'll give you more info as the date approaches next March, the World Poetry Slam, Women of the World Poetry Slam. Hey, Jasmine, Jessica, thank you.
Thank you.
Good to
Thank
talk
you
with
so
you.
much.
Morning Brew rolls
Congratulations.
on after this.